Hey everyone, welcome to the Cold to Sold Success Initiator. In this video, I'm going to go through a full overview of our service, all the things that we can do for you. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about your expected return on investment, as well as how we stack up to the competition. My name is Jade, and you probably have seen my videos at this point in time, so I'm excited to take you guys through this journey and get started here. So, as a real estate agent, where is your time and energy going? The average realtor or brokerage is spending around 50 to 80% of their time and energy on one of two things. The first one's finding leads, and the second one is qualifying those leads. So you're not alone. This is honestly the majority of realtors. Instead of focusing their time and energy on sales or showing homes, which is what you want to be doing as well as what you should be doing, you get stuck spending the majority of your time prospecting and pre-qualifying people. Now, whether you're manually prospecting them or getting them from a landing page or a lead generation company, you typically get a person's basic contact information, their name, their phone number, their email. Then you spend the majority of your time on your first contact with them, attempting to build rapport, then qualifying them to determine their purchase intent and uncover if they are a viable lead or not. For example, how soon they're looking to purchase, if they've been pre-approved, and finding out if they have simple things like a decent credit score or not. Now, of this could be a 30 to 45 minute call spent just on qualifying these people, only to find out that they have a credit score of 550 and they have absolutely no down payment in sight. So you wasted your time, and you basically repeat this process over and over and over. And well, this is the reality for most real estate agents. They spend a lot of their time doing activities that are not moving the money needle forward. And that's the busy work that we as business owners all get caught up in if we haven't optimized our business. So you feel like you're always busy, but your wallet isn't really reflecting how much time you've actually invested into your business, as well as how much experience you have. And you want to be getting paid not only for your time, but more importantly, your expertise, not doing the free work endlessly. So here's what we do. We allow you to focus on things that move the money needle forward, so that you're going to meetings with qualified buyers or sellers and then closing those deals. Everything before that is obviously mandatory, but it's not moving the money needle forward, right? So we take care of all of that. Prospecting, getting the leads, pre-qualifying the leads, and getting you appointments with those who are actually serious about making a real estate transaction here, so that you can focus on those things that move the money needle forward. And here's a little bit about how we do this. It's basically a 4-step process. So we start by determining exactly who your ideal client is and what your competitive advantage is. It's not enough to say, I'm a real estate agent, buy from me. You need to define a compelling offer. So we take you through our fairly rigorous onboarding process that helps you not only uncover this, but develop it as well. We already kind of know what works and what doesn't work, but we'll work with you to develop something that's both custom and proven to help bolster your sales. The same process is helping our realtors and our brokerage clients obtain hundreds and thousands of prospects each and every month. The result of this is that you're going to have an exclusive funnel built just for you, making you the authority in the space and bringing in hundreds of prospects for you and only you. So that's called our customized prospect tuning. Now, if you've used social media before, whether it's Facebook or it's Instagram, the question that you need to ask yourself is, who's the product of these platforms? Well, it's us, it's you, it's me, it's everyone else who's leisurely using these platforms. In exchange for use, they get to collect all kinds of information about us, and then they sell it to, well, us, the advertisers. From an advertising perspective, it's a dream. We as advertisers get all kinds of metrics, including age, gender, hobbies, groups, friends, employment, all kinds of things. And whether it's Facebook or Google or Instagram, honestly, it really doesn't matter. Facebook is where you can get the best data and do the most targeting with. So we cast a net on social media using paid ads to get the highest quality lead at the lowest possible cost. But this doesn't necessarily answer how we qualify these people. And that's really done by having a carrot on a stick and putting it in the face of the right person. And then they have to click through that offer and answer a series of questions, such as how soon they're looking to purchase, if they've been pre-approved already, their down payment amount, their credit score, etc., etc. It's a several question series that basically vets them as a viable lead or not and puts enough friction in between them and getting to you. They've actually had to invest a little bit of time in becoming a lead, right? So We have proprietary messaging set up to bring these leads in, and they send them to your included CRM, which we'll talk about in a minute. So you have the highest ROI on getting these prospects in. That's all going to a CRM, either our CRM that we're going to provide to you. We can plug it into your existing CRM. You can get them via email, a Google spreadsheet, SMS. It really doesn't matter how you get these leads. Once they're in our CRM, we put them into our nurture campaign, and that includes all email marketing, SMS marketing, as well as we do set up retargeting campaigns for you as well. So you have automated prospecting, qualifying, and nurture all built in to find prospects and then warm them up to you. Now, I should note as well that this is all branded to you. So the third step in this is we actually have someone that personally calls these leads, and they book them right into your calendar. So at this point, your calendar is being booked up. You have your CRM, you have your SMS campaigns and emails to keep them ready for their appointments, as well as nurture the longer term leads for up to a year. All of your emails are all done for you. The idea is that the temperature is always going to be going up, and taking those who may not have been appointments right away and eventually churning them and turning those into appointments for when those people are actually ready to be making a real estate transaction. And all that's great and all, but what happens if you send a bunch of messages out and nobody really reads them? That's the problem that most realtors have, is they have these drip campaigns that they've created and nothing's really happening with them. In our case, you don't need to hire a copywriter. You don't have to rip your hair out with ideas on what to write. It's already prepared for you. And we know that it works because our series actually has a 40% open rate. And if you know anything about email marketing, you know that it generally only has a 10% open rate. So as you can see, ours is actually really, really high. Now, the final part is turbo closing. And we know that each system is unique, and it's great to understand how to maximize your potential. We include both online and one-on-one sales training. The reason why we do this is we care about long-term relationships. We're not a huge company. You do get access to the owners within reason when you do need help or you're struggling a little bit with it. So if we deliver on everything like we're supposed to, then you'll have an ROI that's going to allow you to scale your business. So let's take a look at what this looks like on the back end and some of the results that you can really expect here. So I always use this so that I can set, proper expectations with people. If you've never bought leads before, sometimes newer agents expect that every lead is going to turn into a sale. More seasoned agents obviously know that that's not the case, especially when you're dealing with the internet. Now, what I can tell you is that we do offer you high quality leads. But what I can say is there are going to be a mixed bag in there. So this kind of helps describe it a little bit better. So as you can see here, this is using an ad spend of $1,000. And if we were to use a $10 cost per lead, which is honestly fairly average, there's some areas that are really competitive and it's going to be a little bit higher. And there are some places that we're able to get leads as low as $5 or even $1. But I like to go with $10 just to paint the picture, more realistic. So as you can already see, Zillow charges $80 to $250 per lead. You're at $10 per lead. So you have 100 leads out of this bag that are actually pre-qualified at this point in time. So not only do you have their name, phone number, and email, but you actually have information about their qualifying process as well, right? So now with our highly skilled appointment setters that actually call out these leads for you, we have on average a 20 to 40% booking rate, and it all really comes down to competitiveness of the area as well as your offer. The better your offer, the higher your appointment rate. So we have found that the average realtor converts less than 10% of leads to appointments. So this is one of your best places to invest your money, is actually having appointment setters that are trained on the art of selling an appointment. This is something that takes skill, this is something that takes training, and that's why we're able to get such a huge difference in what our actual booking rate is. So now our cost per lead as well as our appointments, that's kind of our deliverables. That's what we set out to do. That's what we're responsible for. Now, the next part of this isn't really within our wheelhouse, but I'm going to explain it a little bit to you here. So out of those 25 appointments, usually I tell people that it's kind of the rule of thirds. So on average, you have 1/3 of people that no-show. There are people like that. People who are watching this video right now are going to no-show my appointments. People no-show lawyer appointments, dentist appointments, what have you. It's the nature of some people just aren't great people and they like to waste people's time. 1/3 of them might not be ready. So you might get an appointment with them and they're not looking to purchase for a year or so, and that's fine. Now, 1/3 of those are usually the golden gooses, as I call them. And so of the 25 appointments, you can estimate that if you round up, it's around 10 hot prospects out of there. So as you can see, it's obviously weighted a lot heavier on people who are not going to be viable, but because we actually do a lot of that work for you, that actually doesn't matter to you. You get these 25 appointments and you're dealing with the good ones right there. You don't have to do all the work from prospecting as well as vetting these people. So that takes a huge chunk of time out of your day. Now, the close rate. This 100% depends on what your individual close rate is. This is not what we estimate your close rate is going to be. We say 20% because that seems to be a fairly average close rate for the average realtor. Obviously, there's going to be some that are substantially better, and there's obviously going to be some that need a little bit more improvements. So I have a mentor that always says if you have a 20% close rate, you're going to be a millionaire. Most people don't actually know what their close rate is because they don't have systems like this that can bring in prospects for them on autopilot where they actually can measure what they are. We're going to help you with that. So as you can see, if you got 2 closes out of this, you're just kind of an average closer. Your estimated return on ad spend is around 16x. Now, if you went to a financial advisor and said, hey, for every dollar I put in, I get 16 out, your financial advisor is going to look at you and say, go get every dollar you can get because I can only get you 20% return, right? Now, obviously, this is just based on ad spend. At some point in time, I got to get paid. My team's got to get paid. So it's obviously not going to be a 16x total return on investment. But just to give you an idea, real estate's a great industry to be in right now, especially because you can get leads for such a low cost, comparatively speaking. So this is a great place. Advertising, we obviously know works. You see some of your influencers, your favorite influencers out there. Why are they influencers? Because they've advertised. That's how people learn who they are. That's how people are going to learn who you are, right? So this kind of gives you an idea on what to expect with how you're spending your money. Obviously, if you want more sales, you either increase your close rate or you increase your ad spend. The most value that you're going to get out of a system like this is when you spend more money on ads, simply because that means more leads equal more closings, right? So you basically have 2 tools to work with. You work on your close rate and you work on getting more leads so you can scale your business. Okay, so why us? I know that you're probably thinking, I've heard from a million other lead generation companies. What's the difference between you and them? And so we like to set ourselves very apart from the whole lead generation side just because we are a full service marketing company that's, getting leads is just one function of the service. So if you're just looking for a name, phone number, and email leads for cheap, you don't have a very large budget, we're probably not going to be a good fit for you. We are looking for people who obviously are looking to invest in a system that's really going to bolster their sales, save them some time, etc. So some differences about us is everything that we do is custom as well as branded to you. If you think about Zillow and Realtor.com, if you put all of your advertising budget towards them, what ends up happening is they're advertising against their brand awareness. So we all know who Zillow and Realtor.com are because so many people are investing their ad budgets towards them. Their brand awareness goes up. So what we do is we actually brand it all to you. So everyone's going to learn who you are. You're going to become the authority in this space instead of them. And that's ultimately what advertising should be doing for your business anyways, right? We also have double qualified leads. So we qualify them twice. Once from going through the survey, twice through going through our appointment setters. We also include a CRM in this. I know some people are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a CRM. We've actually pre-built all of our scripts and everything for sending out messages to people. We have it set up for real estate agents, and it's just something that's included in our package. If you do have a CRM already, that's great. You do get this one as well. Most CRMs integrate with our system, so we can always integrate them into the back end so you get leads in both places. Now we do have as well full funnel nurture and retargeting campaigns for you. So if you think about, let's talk about e-commerce for a second. You get an ad online for a product and it shows up and you click into it and you add something to your cart, you walk away, and all of a sudden the next time you go onto Facebook, you see that there's an ad remarketing to you with that exact same product that was in your cart telling you to go back. And then a week later, you get another ad that comes up saying, now you can get a 20% discount. This is kind of the same concept of what we do for you. And you're probably seeing some of that. If you've clicked on our ads, you're continuously starting to see them and go through our campaign. We build those funnels for you. So again, it's not just, we're not sending you these leads, we're building a full marketing campaign for you. All these leads are exclusive. Obviously, it's under your branding. They're custom campaigns built for you. We also provide guidance and support. We don't just send you to the wolves once this is implemented, as well as experience. We are marketers by trade. A lot of people on our team have a background in marketing as well as went to school for it. I personally went to university for it. I work for a large corporation managing one of the biggest portfolios. So we're not just someone who took a course and are working in our parents' basement. So we're not as big as Zillow, but we're definitely bigger than, the 18-year-old that just took a course online. Last year alone, I personally spent over $100,000 on just personal development and growth. So this is something that I take very seriously. So this system ultimately is going to give you the highest possible return on investment on the planet in terms of how real estate marketing works. There's nothing that we found to date that offers an identical package service. If you want to free up time, if you want warm, high quality leads and have all of this automated right up to your first appointment, then this is something that you need. Any other system out there that doesn't offer all of these things is going to take up a ton of your time, and you're not going to be able to focus on, again, those things that are moving the money needle forward. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know who this program is not for. I'm a big fan of pre-qualification. Obviously, you'll learn that, so I'm just going to go ahead and pre-qualify you right away here. So this service is not for people who have unrealistic expectations. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't gambling in Vegas. This isn't a magic weight loss pill. We work with sophisticated business owners only. We want to work with people who understand what a solid return on investment actually is. If you go and Google it, you'll see that a good return on investment is around 4x. So even at 2x or 1.5x, as long as you're investing money and you're making something out of it, a sophisticated business owner will understand that that's a sound investment, right? Those who are looking for that magic pill thing and they make excuses, we're not going to fix your sales process if you don't put any effort into it. This is something that is going to be give and take on both ends, right? Those who don't have access to financial resources, this isn't a couple $100. This is a service that's going to take an investment, and sometimes that means getting a little bit uncomfortable and reaching a bit. If you want to take your business seriously, you know that you're going to need to invest in it. You understand that you get what you pay for type of things. Those who aren't actively pursuing real estate yet and are just shopping around, get on our drip campaign, but we don't need to get on a call just yet. You're not at a point where the call's really going to be much value to you at this point in time. So just wait till you're actively pursuing real estate. Someone who's just endlessly shopping around but refuses to take action. If you have been shopping around for 5 years and you still haven't made a decision, you're probably still not going to make a decision. We want people who are ready to take action, who want to take that next step in their business, not just shop around endlessly and never actually make a decision. We don't want to work with people who waste people's time and have no intention of showing up to their appointments. So just respect our time. If you put out that kind of energy into the universe, you're just going to get that back. If you just miss appointments all the time, that's probably going to happen to you in your real estate business, just being honest. We have limited spots in our calendar, so just be respectful of that. And those who are skeptical of anything ever working in marketing. So marketing is taking a chance on yourself. If you're watching this video, I guarantee you that our ads work. We also guarantee our work to safeguard you. Trust the process. People are very successful using systems like this. I had mentioned about influencers before. If you look at, say, if you know who Grant Cardone is, Ty Lopez, Russell Brunson, they use this exact same framework and they're multi-millionaires, right? So this type of stuff works. There's no reason to be skeptical about it. The only thing that's going to make the system not work is if you don't put in the work, right? So the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if you want to keep doing what you're doing and expecting that you're suddenly going to get all of these sales that are going to help you invest in this type of a system, that's kind of an unrealistic expectation of yourself. Sometimes you got to make those decisions beforehand and just invest in yourself and trust the process. Successful people do take action fast and they invest in themselves. You do need to get used to stepping outside your comfort zone if you want to reach to the next level in your life. And analysis paralysis never made anyone wealthy. People who just sit there analyzing stuff and never actually making a decision and are scared to fail, they never really go anywhere. Don't be afraid to fail. And if you fail, we're going to help you do better. Little failures are going to lead to big results, and we're going to help you with that. So no matter where you're at in your real estate process, whether you're a very seasoned vet or you're a newer agent, as long as you have access to financial resources and that willingness to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable and embrace change, you're the type of person we want to work with, and we're really excited to chat with you. So I look forward to it. Again, my name's Jade from Cold to Sold. We're from Black House Marketing, and we look forward to chatting with you in the future here.